Previously on
NCAA 21 no clickbait. Contracts. They want us to view it. What other options? We either come back to UNLV. What's my contract right now? UNLV. They want me to come back. Okay. Looking around. Alabama's looking for a new head coach. Don't think we're going to make that switch. Notre Dame's looking for head coach. Not looking for that. I mean, hey, there's not much there. Honestly, it probably makes the most sense for us to just return to UNLV. Can I go back to UNLV? How do I pick UNLV? I want to pick UNLV. We go to the next stage. You currently know I want to stay with my school. Just keep me at UNLV?
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit when you talking and talking.
Where do we go from here?
All right, bring the track. We finna talk about these hoes and these 7 floats. You know how that shit goes. If your hoe only know that she was getting fucked on the 7th floor. Yeah. If that bitch only knew that she was getting money.
Since the 1980s, University of Miami players have been notorious for their bad boy image on the field. And in recent years, they've become just as well known for their troubles off the field. Starting under Jimmy Johnson, Miami developed a renegade reputation that earned them national titles but spawned an unrestrained arrogance. Under Dennis Erickson, the national titles came coupled with national embarrassment.
What's your name?
G-Reg,
What you do?
get head,
How you do
drop
it?
my drawers and let her see my third leg. Chilling on the 7th floor, I gotta let these.
Happy to be here, man. There's no other way to put it. Happy to be a new member of the Miami Hurricanes to try to bring them back to greatness. Things did not end the way we wanted them to with UNLV. I had aspirations of re-signing with UNLV. I had aspirations of, Tate Martell coming to UNLV. And how oddly and fitting enough, we're going to Miami. We're pretty much swapping. UNLV essentially got rid of us and gave us to Miami. And in return, got Tate Martell on their squad. But as you can see from the intro, I mean, the Tom Savage swagger absolutely personifies what Miami is trying to get back to. That Miami, the U from the 80s, the team of the 80s. It's been a distant memory, unfortunately, for the Miami Hurricanes. They've been a average program, underperforming program for I don't know how long. And our job here, coming from a UNLV team that definitely did not have nearly as much talented players as the Miami Hurricanes have. And we're going to see our roster in just 1 second. We're still here in the offseason. But if we were able to do the kind of damage we were able to do last year with Justin Rogers and Jacob Gasser and Kyle Williams and an offensive line that I don't think registered a single pancake all season long, I think we're going to do some goddamn damage here with Miami. And I do think that in a scenario where UNLV does not offer Tom Savage a new contract extension, a team like Miami that might have to go with a guy that's less proven, but they want to just, it's like the Joe Brady effect. You think of the NFL. You look at Joe Brady, and he's young. He's a young guy, and so many teams are going to be hesitant to give that guy a head coaching job. But all it takes is for that one team to try to be ahead of the curve, to take a gamble that could reap the rewards of Joe Brady becoming the next Kyle Shanahan, the next Sean McVay. And that, to a lesser degree, is what has happened here. Miami, an established, we left UNLV as a 2-star program, and we're coming to a legitimate 5-star program in the Miami Hurricanes. We're inheriting a squad, though, and a recruiting cycle that we had no part of. You look at the signing day here as Tom Savage is unpacking his bags. Very underwhelming. We got our work cut out for us. I was looking at this. I was shocked that this is the kind of players that they were pulling in, man. They got couple 4 stars, lot of 3 stars, guys that like a 2 and a 1. Like, what is this recruiting class? We have Greg Davis, 79 kicker, 67 safety. We got a 68 DN, a 67 athlete, outside linebacker. Got in Dink Jackson. Dink Jackson, baby. Tony King at running back. Another athlete here in Lance Jones, 6'7", 245. I don't know what that is. He's got to be a freaky tight end or a beast defensive end. Hopefully we can use him on the offensive side of the ball. And we did get a 4-star quarterback here, Ty Keys from Fayette, Mississippi, I believe that's what it is. So, or Missouri, I don't know. Not American. But we're going to be, you know, I'm happy for this opportunity. I'm happy for the challenge. I'm happy to try and bring the bad boys back for the Miami Hurricanes. And it's a, you know, giving someone like Tom Savage a job, we're going to have a very big opportunity here. Next time the coaching carousel comes around, we'll be a lot more careful with our contract. But if you told me, C4, as you go through this journey, yourself and Tom Savage alike, and you had to go to a new team as an offensive coordinator, if I was giving you a top 5, Miami would be on that top 5. And given the work that we did with UNLV, let's be completely honest. If someone, some coach, could have somehow gone to UNLV, and just picture this in real life. If UNLV somehow had a top 5 overall passing offense, that OC would get poached in the offseason. He would get buyed out, and he would get poached. And unfortunately, UNLV is just a garbage program with a terrible head coach that wanted nothing to do with Tom Savage. Goddamn, he'd always punt it and kick it and sabotage our offense. Thank God we're out of that toxic culture, and we're here to get a part of bringing the U back. So let's just kind of prime up the season, and that will be it for today. We will look at our schedule, look at our recruiting board, and we'll look at our roster. But I think the obvious selection first is we have an upgrade to spend for Tom Savage. He's already hitting the ground running with head coach Manny Diaz, with DC Blake Baker, and forming a great 1-2 punch. And I think here, let's just finish out the air traffic control upgrades now. Players gain +2 catching, +5 spec catch, +5 catch in traffic, +2 jump, +2 release, +3 route running for a game. That's immense for the wide receivers that we're going to be at our disposal here for the Miami Hurricanes. So looking at our team, it's a very good team day and night if you're trying to compare them to UNLV. We'll look quickly on like the group that we don't get to control. They have Lou Headley, who's probably like the best meme punter in all of college football. We have the true freshman kicker there on the defensive side of the ball. Bubba Bolden, 93. Gilbert Frierson, 85. These guys are stars in the making. Same with Gervin Hall. A lot of NFL caliber playmakers on this Miami Hurricanes defense. Al Blades Jr., DJ Ivy, very good players. We have Sam Brooks starting right outside linebacker, Jennings inside, and Steed on the opposing side. D-line, we have Nesta Silvera, 89 overall. Rest of the D-line is absolutely stacked. So Chance Williams, a redshirt freshman, 84. And I assume it's a relation. You know, they're both from Florida. I mean, maybe not. That could be a bad assumption. But either way, Williams Wall 2.0, whatever you want to call it, they're going to be on this team for a very long time. We have Jafari Harvey, another sophomore that is starting. So we have 2 sophomores and a freshman, all 84 plus on our defensive line, which is very good. But now what we can control, that is the offensive side of the ball. And at right tackle, our starter is K'Leon Herbert, who's an 82 junior. At right guard, we're going DJ Scaife Jr., who's a 92. Have a good backup behind him in Cleveland Reed Jr., who could take over next season. At center, we have Corey Gaynor, who is an 85 overall. At left guard, Navon Donaldson, 91 overall, gigantic human being, 6'6", 350 pounds. And we have good depth behind. I mean, look at that left guard, 3 other players that are above a 80 overall. Our offensive line is going to be very strong, which is going to be probably the best thing about playing for Miami as opposed to UNLV. The O-line is good. We have John Campbell at 84 overall at left tackle. Zion Nelson, 83. Walker here is an 82 again. Just filthy depth on the offensive line. Tight ends also very healthy. We got Brevin Jordan returning for his senior season. He's a 97 overall, one of the highest overall tight ends. Maybe the highest overall tight end in all of college football. I'll double check that. We have Mallory, who's an 87 senior. We have Hodges, 83, and Mammarelli, who is an 80. Some of these guys I do remember because we did do a Miami Hurricanes rebuild, which was that worked out fairly well. Is he the best tight end? Oh, he's not even. He's tied for second. Isaiah Likely, Jalen Weidemeyer, Brevin Jordan there, 97, with Charlie Kohler of Iowa State. I mean, that makes sense. Now that I think about it, yeah, he's probably the best. Wide receiver. We got some speed here. Mark Pope is wide receiver 1, 89 overall with that 95 speed. We have Wiggins 88, Peyton 86, Redding III 81, Restrepo, nice slot corner here at 78, Keyshawn Smith, Dink Jackson, we redshirted, and Rick Williamson, great speed there, 6 feet tall, 92 speed as a freshman. Looks pretty good. We got a fullback, sure, who cares? Why running back though? 3 very good running backs. Jalen Knighton, the sophomore, Don Chaney Jr., the sophomore, and Cameron Harris will lead the group, 92 overall. And under center, we got Van Dyke, who was pretty solid for us when we did the Miami Hurricanes rebuild. Keys is the top quarterback recruit that we had coming in, but the man under center, the Houston transfer, De'Aaron King, the redshirt senior, he is going to be the focal point. He is going to be the star of the show here in year 1 of Tom Savage's OC journey with the Miami Hurricanes. We are going to maximize De'Aaron King. We're going to make him play better than Justin Rogers. He's going to be a Heisman candidate. He's going to go in the first round. These are all the types of promises that Tom Savage is making to De'Aaron King and the rest of his offense. He's going to put a bunch of these guys in the NFL, as well as helping bring the number 13 ranked Miami Hurricanes back to the glory days from the 80s. So we have the skill tree. We'll look at the custom schedule. I mean, a lot of it's already locked in. We have Clemson. We got North Carolina, we have Florida State, we have Louisville, really tough teams. To open up, though, we're going with a little bit difficult. We're starting against ranked Tennessee, 25 rank, and then we're just going to get a nice little, let's set the tone within the state of Florida and take on Florida Atlantic. Solid schedule. I'm not going to say we can go undefeated because anytime you play Clemson, you just can't say that. But that's a favorable schedule, and I think that we're gonna be impressive here. We currently have 25 targets. I don't like maxing it out at 35. Obviously, these guys are going to be all over the place in terms of where Miami is at on their preferred schools. But all these guys are, at least for the most part, like top 5, top 6. We're going to be shooting for the stars. No more whatever the hell that recruiting class that we inherited when we joined them. That was pathetic. We're going to do a lot better. We're going to try to get some of these 5 stars. We actually have a decent amount of JUCO players that could come in for, obviously short term. You're not going to get them for a full 4 years, but these are going to be guys that can potentially make some impact plays for us. So a lot of guys that you can see by the overalls as we skim through it, 70 plus. And I do think when all is said and done, we are going to have a top, I'll give us top 25. I think especially because we really only focus on the offensive recruits in high school because we're Tom Savage. I think we'll get top 25. We'll get top 20, and we'll set the tone for this. Again, anytime we talk about Tom Savage and why we're here at Miami, it's to bring the U back. So that sets the stage for our week 1 game, battle of the ranked teams. Number 13, Miami. Number 25, Tennessee. Corso is taking Miami. Obviously, a lot of hype going on right now with De'Aaron King, with Tom Savage, and just what type of levels, what is going to be the top of the mountain that Tom Savage can lead De'Aaron King in this offense to. So I'm glad that the media is buying into the hype. But that will do it for today's episode, fellas. I think we're going to have a quick turnaround. I think tomorrow, I'm just going to go play this. I think tomorrow I will record and we'll have this uploaded. Week 1 of the Tom Savage Miami Hurricanes, Chapter 2, I guess you could say, of our coaching dynasty. On to bigger and better things. We'll leave UNLV in the back burners. One thing I did try when you had those first 2 games, not so much this Tennessee one, but that second one against Florida Atlantic, I would have loved to been able to play UNLV in that matchup. It didn't line up. They weren't available to play. But that is something, as long as we're here in Miami, I'm going to try and eventually get that Hurricanes versus UNLV. Absolute shit kicking, let's be honest. That's what it's going to be. But yeah, I think tomorrow we'll just get right into the season, double upload, back-to-back days. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. I hope you're happy with Miami. Again, it was completely random. I'm glad it went to Miami because I like him, and I think it's an incredibly intriguing school. Even though we're not like the head coach, we're not going to have massive influence over everything that goes on. But, in terms of schools, if you told me right now, C4, with your Tom Savage, where would you want to go as an OC? And I've talked about, Miami would be in my top shortlist. They arguably might be the top school so I don't know how we lucked into this. We kind of fell ass backwards into it, but I will take it. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm ready to go. As always, the first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed, and we'll be back tomorrow with week 1 of the 2021 season. Thanks for watching, and peace out.